right, everybody, I'm Brian Rosenthal with the legendary Ed Krass. Ed, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brian.
I appreciate it, man. We go way back. Ed used to come out over to NC State when I played there in the late 90s, early 2000s, and we're going to talk about the evolution of his college tennis academy, also the one-on-one doubles platform, which has been huge in the state of Florida, and I think Ed's trying to expand that, and we'll dive into that later. But, Coach, how did it all start? The College Tennis Academy, where, when?
Started the College Tennis Academy in 1989 at Harvard when I was the head women's tennis coach, and got the idea from a whole bunch of players writing to me and not knowing where they would be a good fit. And I figured, boy, this would be a great thing for junior tennis players and college coaches. So I started the camp there. I was lucky enough to have Harvard as a launching base. Did it 2 years there, and then we kind of moved it around in New England, and then 1992 into Tampa, and got started at University of Tampa in the Florida market, working with a lot of the top Florida juniors, including Dustin Mauck.
Dusty Mauck,
You know Dusty, he was a rowdy, from way back, and he was wild. We never knew he would get this good, but he got real good. I think he worked his way up to two in the country in doubles.
Yeah, what a great career at SMU, but we're even more proud of him for cutting all the great promos on Florida Tennis the 90s for Dustin Mauck.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so in the mid-90s, it was huge. Didn't it get really big in the mid-90s at the University of Tampa?
It really did, and we outgrew the University of Tampa. Greg Gruhl was the host coach. He was fabulous. And we had great coaches come in, like Coach Chuck Creasy from Clemson.
It's a big one,
He worked with us a lot. We had a lot of good Division I, II, and III coaches come in. We had Florida State's coach, Coach Barron.
Dave Barron,
He worked a lot with us, and I know he did a great job at Florida State. So the list kind of went on, and then it became such a popular program. USF took us over with their 20 courts. Coach Don Barr was instrumental in being the host coach, and then our coaching staff started to grow. We actually had Brian Boland at University of Tampa.
That was big.
When he was at Indiana State.
Yeah. We actually played. We played Indiana State in Minnesota when I played for NC State. And let's talk about Eric Hayes. Eric Hayes was a huge part of College Tennis Academy.
And Eric Hayes was the guy really who was with us almost since day one.
Yeah.
When I left Clemson to go to Harvard, he was designated as my replacement.
Wow.
So he was very young, and we saw how high energy he was at the Clemson tennis camp, and they were going to do a national search, and Hayes got the job when I left for Harvard. And he did a wonderful job at Clemson for a little while, and then he moved on to Kansas, and then at USF.
Palmer's Academy.
I shouldn't slip the tongue there because I played for UCF. And I coached
right here too, folks. Right here in Orlando.
I coached a year at UCF, so go UCF. I'm also with USF. If there's such a thing as being with both, there you go.
It can be done. All right, so let's talk about the College Tennis Academy after the 90s. Where did it go? Was it still in Tampa? Was it still as big and resonating even more potentially with social media?
It moved. We moved it up to University of New Hampshire, and then the camp got real big up there. And then the coach at Lehigh said, "Let's bring it to Lehigh."
Wow.
We've been there since 1999. That's Coach Dave Shook. And that's just been a great staple for us. We do 2 sleepover camps there in the summer.
Still going strong.
We're on year 21 up there. We're going to return back to Harvard University for a big camp, a clinic, we're calling it, since it's a 2-day program, and a 2-day clinic at University of Rhode Island. So anybody wants to get that good New England beach swim, come on.
Well, we definitely you're trying to still recruit many high school kids to come. What about coaches? When do you set up your coaches? Do you need help right now? Obviously, there's a lot of good qualified people, college coaches, other folks. I mean, how does that work? Are you trying to bring everyone back, or are you still looking for new folks?
Oh, we're packed. We book the coaches 9 months in advance. We pay them well. It's an instructional camp, which is every court has a head college coach.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's good intensities. Winners moving up, learners are moving down. Notice I say learners.
Not losers.
There's no losers.
Right.
Not today. Right. And we're learning like crazy and having a lot of fun. I play a little rock and roll music from the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Beautiful.
And these kids are getting educated. We play it low to medium, but keep the intensity up for the coaches and the players.
Right.
We're not worried about who's going to win. we're just going to train hard and
Trying to get them better.
We're going to hydrate too.
Yeah.
We hydrate them real well.
How about some hydration today?
Well, you got to be a good you have to know your hydration details because it's up in the hundreds almost.
And I know last year you had a legendary Florida player from Clearwater, former teammate of mine, Ronaldo Valor, helped you out.
Yep, Ronaldo's been coaching at the camps. He's now at UConn.
Yep,
he did a
doing well
great.
at UConn.
He's done a great job. He's one of the up and coming, rising Division I coaches
He
out
is.
there. Great
Yep.
personality.
Yep.
He knows exactly what's going to happen before it happens.
Huge asset. You hear that, Ronaldo? That's pretty good. All right, now let's change the platform. One-on-one doubles. When did it start? Where did it start? Where is it today?
It started in 2004. I came up with the idea on the Hamptons with an ice cold one after one of my camps, and I said, I think it'd be great. We've all known this is a great drill. It'd be great to have it as a regular tournament format. And USTA Florida immediately sanctioned it for tournament play alongside singles and doubles.
Sure.
And my first tournament entry was a guy who beat Boris Becker at Wimbledon. He was the first guy. His name was Peter Duhan.
Okay.
And he sent me a check for $45 in the mail from Arkansas with a 2-page letter. Boy, it's great you're doing this tournament. I always thought somebody should.
Wow.
So I said, wow. So, we had a lot of great players. He lost second round.
Okay.
And he got a little upset, but he took me out to Skipper's, bought me a few beers.
That's all that matters. I like
Yeah,
it.
we had a good time.
Good.
So we had 3 tournaments at Hunter's Green in 2004, and then it started to mushroom, and USPTA and USTA invited me to different national tournaments.
It's amazing.
And then the ITA has had me at all their national conventions for the last 13 years running the tournaments there.
Okay.
Besides all the
Well,
other ones,
you're attracting some of the great college tennis players that just finished up their career to play in your tournaments. Do I have that right?
That's correct.
That's an amazing connection. All right, so let's talk about it right now. Talk about the venues. Is it primarily in Florida? Expansion? What are we looking at right now?
We're primarily on the East Coast. We did have an event in Northern Cal at the Berkeley Tennis Club.
Wow.
Went real well.
Okay.
University of California is looking into doing an event with us. So we're going to grow the game across the country. Like to grow it across the globe. We're looking for the right club, partners, sponsors.
Sure.
But it's starting to really, I can feel the electric undercurrent, so to speak.
Yeah.
The USTA here is giving me some really great vibes that we might be able to do a big event here. They do such an amazing job, so it's great to grow the game with the USTA.
Let's talk about the last event in Winter Haven, Central Florida, just about a good 45 minutes from where we're sitting today in Lake Nona. How'd that go?
Oh, that was a great one. That was our first one with the new rule change,
Okay.
Brian. After 14 years, it's always been a mandatory serve and volley game on, the half court.
Sure,
serve
half court,
and
yep.
So now we've lifted that rule, but we've given it more of a 2-point play now, almost like basketball.
Okay.
Where if you come in and put the volley away, where it's
Worth a two.
where it's a clean, that's a 2.
It's a 2, yeah.
And they liked it, and the overhead half volley, and then topspin lob winner. And by the way, credit goes to Tommy Haas for giving me that idea.
Gave you that idea. Now, can a baseliner have any chance to win this game? This tournament, I should say.
Yeah, now this game is possible, but he's going to have to become a little bit more of an all-court player than usual.
Okay.
He's going to be tempted to come in on the shorter ball that he might not normally come in on, and I think it's going to help his overall game, especially when there's good prize money on the line.
Forces that person to come to net. I would be a first-round loser, but you may not be. So, Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Check out his website. Is it oneononedoubles.com?
Yep.
Pretty simple. Go to his website, check it out. Playing it or spectating it. He's going to have it all over the country, but right now, if you live in Florida, probably more in Florida than anywhere
We
else.
got 3 in New York in October.
3 in New York in October. Perfect weather. All right, he's at Krass. I'm Brian Rosenthal. Thank you so much.